I want to talk about something today that almost nobody openly addresses. Not because it is taboo, but because very few people understand what is actually happening in their body and psyche when it occurs. This is about sex, about attachment, and about a misunderstanding that hurts people again and again. The sentence I hear over and over, "I don't understand myself. We barely knew each other. Why does this hurt so much?" Maybe you know this feeling. You met someone. There was attraction, chemistry, closeness, many messages, many conversations. Perhaps you became physically close quite quickly, and suddenly you think about this person constantly. You hope. You are already planning a future in your mind. You wait for messages, and when he pulls back, it hurts. Much more than it should. And you ask yourself, what is wrong with me? The answer is simple, and it has nothing to do with weakness. Love and attachment are not the same thing. This is the core of everything, and it is something most people have never been taught. Love develops through getting to know someone, through trust, through shared experiences, through the realization, I know this person, and I want them in my life. Attachment, however, can develop within hours, especially through physical closeness. And here lies the problem. Because your body does not distinguish between, this is a wonderful partner for my life, and I experienced intense physical closeness with this person. For the body, both are the same signal. What happens in your body? When we become physically closer to someone, our body produces a range of messenger substances. Dopamine, the reward hormone; serotonin, the well-being hormone; adrenaline, the excitement hormone; and above all, oxytocin. Oxytocin is often referred to as the bonding hormone. It is released during touch, hugging, and sexual intimacy. And it is a wonderful hormone. It enables trust. It creates connection. It makes human closeness possible in the first place. But it has one quality that costs many people dearly. It bonds us before we truly know whether this person deserves it. The real problem. The problem is not physical closeness itself. The problem arises when attachment grows faster than knowledge. Suddenly, you feel very close to someone before you truly know, who is this person when things get difficult? How do they handle conflict? Can they take responsibility? Are they reliable? Do they want the same kind of relationship as you? Many people skip this phase, not consciously, not naively, but because their system has already built attachment. The emotional state feels closeness. It feels connection. It develops hope. And the mind state simultaneously begins to tell a story. Maybe something will come of this. Maybe he is the right one. Maybe this time. And suddenly, we are no longer falling in love with the person, but with the possibility, with the hope, with the idea, with a story that we have written ourselves about a person we do not yet truly know. Why a short connection sometimes hurts more than a long one. This is perhaps the most provocative point of this video. A loss of contact after 3 weeks can sometimes be more painful than the end of a relationship that lasted a year. Why? Not because the short connection was deeper, but because the projection was greater. The less we truly know a person, the more we fill the gaps with our own imagination. We create a person who perhaps does not even exist. And when they leave, we are not grieving for them. We are grieving for the story that never happened. This is important to understand, because then it becomes clear. The pain does not come from having felt too much. It comes from your system having built attachment before knowledge was present. What this has to do with your ego state. Here it goes deeper. People with a strong, healthy ego state approach physical closeness differently, not because they are colder, not because they feel less, but because they know themselves better. They know. Physical closeness changes something in me. It creates feelings. It creates attachment. And I want to know with whom I am entering into this attachment. This is not a moral judgment. This is self-respect. Because the weaker the ego state, the more easily we confuse attachment with love, the more easily we lose ourselves in hope, the more easily we give ourselves before we know whether someone deserves it. Questions you can ask yourself. Before I close, I want to leave you with a few questions. No reproaches, no rules, just questions that make your inner system clearer. Am I truly getting to know this person right now, or am I already attaching myself to an idea? Do I like this person? Or do I like the feeling I have with them? Do I feel safe? Or do I simply feel connected? Do I know their values, their reliability, their character? Because exactly these things, not the intensity of the first weeks, determine relationship happiness in the long run. A final thought. This video is not a plea against sexuality. It is not a moral appeal. It is not about setting certain rules. Every person is allowed to go their own way. But I want people to understand what is happening in their system, because knowledge creates freedom. When you know that physical closeness can create attachment before knowledge is present, then you can make more conscious decisions. Then you can give yourself the time you need to truly see, who is this person, and are they worth it? Because sometimes what protects us is not less love, but more awareness. And exactly there, real emotional freedom begins. If this video touched something in you, leave a comment below. And if you want to understand more deeply how your inner system shapes your relationships, subscribe to this channel. Every video here is an invitation to see yourself more clearly,